Alright everyone, and I'd like to welcome you to another birthday special here on my Leafs Fan 18 channel. Now, I have not done a birthday special for this particular YouTube user before, and it's my good buddy a4ur8, aka Eric. And now for this birthday special, Eric requested for me to do several segments.
Welcome to Jeopardy, everyone.
And as you see, the first segment he requested for me to do is Jeopardy for the Nintendo Wii. So we'll be doing that one first. Now Eric is not doing a run for Jeopardy for the Wii at the moment, so whatever I accumulate from this game, he can have as a bonus. Now, if I win the game, here's something else. Since this is
Jeopardy.
his birthday special, if I win this game, whatever I accumulate plus an additional $25,000
Let's meet
bonus.
today's contestant.
Which is not currently doing the run for this game.
Player
I
one,
should also mention
player two,
that he is
player
25
And
years
now,
old.
here is the host of
I'll be
Jeopardy,
25 next year
Alex
myself.
Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny. Hi, everyone. Welcome aboard. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round.
Hopefully we can get some good categories.
And today we feature these categories: World Geography, Cooking Class, IHOP, On Broadway, Sounds Like Do, Re, Mi, etc., and Literary Pets.
Those look like some good ones.
Okay,
and I
let's
will
get
start
back into
cooking
this.
class
Player
for
one. If you
January.
boil these before making them into hash browns, they'll stick together better and cook faster, too. Yes, player one. Use the Wii remote or press the corresponding direction on the plus control pad. Right you are.
Alright, I'd like cooking class for
You get to pick again, player one. To make bunny salad, use a chilled pear half for the bunny's body and a ball of cottage cheese for this appendage. Let's hear it, player one.
The tail.
Right.
Alright.
Please pick again.
6
player
out.
Joy of Cooking suggests using these Thanksgiving berries in any recipes calling for red currants. Player one.
Or cranberries. Kind of an appropriate clue because Thanksgiving's coming up in the US, or actually,
Player
it will
one,
likely have
back to
passed
you
when I
for
get
our
this
next-
video up. Oh, and there's the Daily Double.
It's the Daily Double.
Well, I
You are
1,200.
in the lead right
Now, I
now.
found
How
the
much are
Daily
you going
Double
to wager, player
early,
one?
but I'll do the maximum.
Here is your clue. The Chicken of the Sea website suggests making enchiladas with the albacore type of this.
What is tuna?
That puts you even further ahead.
Alright. And
Player
cooking
one,
class for
you pick
fast.
for the silver dollar type of these breakfast treats. Drop the batter onto the griddle 1 tablespoon at a time.
What are pancakes?
Okay, player one. Good.
Ran through that category like it was no problem.
We return to you,
Let's
player
start.
one.
Let's go to Literary
The
Pets.
title beast of his The Hound of the Baskervilles is actually the pet of Mr. Jack Stapleton. Let's hear it, player one.
Who is Arthur Conan Doyle?
Right.
Who, of course, famous for writing the Sherlock
Choose again,
Holmes
player one.
books.
Harry Potter uses his snowy owl named this to transfer messages.
Who is Hedwig?
Okay, player
I
one.
should know that because I'm a Harry Potter fan.
That's right. Way to go. You
Literary
again,
Pets
player
for
one.
600.
Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings' The Yearling centers on this type of pet.
What is a deer?
Player one. That is correct. Player one. Picking Little Swan, Little Bear, and Greenfinch are some of the goats of this Johanna Spiri lass. It's player one.
Who is Heidi?
Good for you. Player one,
Yeah, let's
back
finish
to
that
you.
up.
A poetic Eliot feline who has lived many lives in succession is named for this 5th book of the Old Testament. Yes, player one.
Okay, Genesis is the first, so that's not it. What Exodus, I think, is the second. What is Deuteronomy?
You got it.
There we go. Yeah, because Genesis is the first and Exodus is the
Please
second.
pick again, player one.
Do, re, mi,
A Katharine Hepburn memoir.
I don't know who Katharine Hepburn is.
Here's the correct response. Me.
Ah. Okay.
Player 1.
400.
You pick. It's a long, long way to go to this 20th letter of the Arabic alphabet.
I'll try it.
It's player 1.
What is Fa?
Yep.
There we are.
You again, player 1. Bangladesh produces about 60,000 metric tons of this a year. Okay, player 1.
What is T?
Correct.
7,400. Do re mi for
Player 1.
800.
Back. Double talk phrase that followed ooh in the title of a 1973 album by the Faces.
What is la la?
Let's hear it, player 1. That's correct.
Katie and Holly haven't even had a chance to ring in yet.
Player 1.
Really, 'cause I
Pick again.
clicked on the
It's
signal
Spanish for sun.
What is soul?
Player 1.
I haven't given Katie and Holly a chance to answer yet because I've been frantic on the signaling button.
Player 1.
I hop
Back to you.
200.
The red type of this marsupial can leap over barriers as high as 6 feet. Yes, player 1.
What is koala?
Oh, sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
So now
Let's
Katie
hear it.
gets
Player
a chance
2.
to ring in. The
That's it.
kangaroo, oh, of course. That's okay,
Choose
though.
again. Player 2.
I hopped 400.
This class of animals includes frogs and toads. Player 1.
What are amphibians?
You are correct.
600, please.
Select again. The hare named for this country between France and the Netherlands is actually a rabbit. It's player 1.
What is Belgium?
Yes.
Yep. Up to $10,000.
You get to pick
I hop
again,
800.
player 1. Grasshopper shares the billing with one of these insects in the title of an Aesop fable.
What is an ant?
Yes, player 1. That's correct. We return to you,
1,000.
player 1. This tiny insect pest, Pulex irritans, can leap more than 130 times its own height.
130 times its own height. Oh, which... I remember
Okay,
having this
player
clue
3.
before, but I forget what it is.
Yes.
Oh, the flea. Yeah, that's right. So Holly's on the board with
Player
1,000.
3, back to you
World
for our
Geography
next
200.
selection. Melbourne is in the Australian state named for this woman, a friend of Viscount Melbourne. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is Victoria? Or who is Victoria?
Hey, you're right.
World Geography for 400.
Please pick again, player 1. You can enter this European city via the Puerta de Bisagra and its U.S. namesake via exit 64 on the Ohio Turnpike. Okay, player 1.
There I am again, frantic on the signaling button. What is Toledo?
Correct.
World Geography 600.
You again, player 1. Paulistas live in a large city in this large South American country. We're talking about Brazil.
Brazil. Never been there.
Player 1, back to you. This country's Grand Canal ends at the port of Hangzhou. Yes, player 1.
What is China?
Good.
Had to be. And let's finish World
Choose again,
Geography.
player 1. It's Africa's highest mount that shares its name with a country. Player 2.
Mount Kenya.
Yes.
So that puts Katie in second place at 1,200. One
We return
category
to you,
left for this
player
round.
2. Two snugly cute characters in Avenue Q aren't called the bad news these, but the bad idea these.
What are bears?
It's player 1. Right.
400.
Select again. Many of this Jonathan Larson musical's famous fans have gone backstage to add their names to a long graffiti wall. Player 1.
What is Rent?
You got it.
Okay. Broadway for 600.
You get to pick again. Fantasia of American Idol played the role of Celie in The Color This.
What is purple?
Let's hear it, player one. You are correct.
13,400.
Player
Two clues
one.
left.
Spring Awakening is an alt-rock musical based on an 1891 play that Frank Wiedekind originally wrote in this language.
Remember, just because I've seen these clues before doesn't mean that I remember what the answers are to all of them.
Here's the correct response. German.
German was the answer to that one. We have one clue
Here's
left,
the
which is worth
$1,000
$1,000. Let's have a look at it.
Huey Lewis, Harry Hamlin, and George Hamilton have all been tapped to play tap-dancing lawyer Billy Flynn in this musical. It's player one.
What is Chicago?
Good.
And at the end of the Jeopardy round, I have 14,400.
Player three is going
That's
first
close
in
into
the
the
double
Katie
Jeopardy
with
round.
1,200 and Holly has 1,000, so that means she'll make the first selection in the double Jeopardy round. Frantic on that
And
singling
we have
device.
two daily doubles
We've got the entire round. Let's see what happens.
You're
here.
going to win a Pulitzer. I beg your pardon. Biblical abominations. Language lab. Astronomy. And pop gals.
Okay.
All right,
And Holly
you're
makes
ready.
the first
It's
selection.
double
It's
Jeopardy
language
time.
lab for 400.
Most languages of Western Europe get their words for read and write from this language's leggere and scribere. Okay,
Sounds
player
like
one.
it's either Latin or French. It's definitely not Greek. I'll say French.
Sorry.
Looks like I picked the wrong one.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's the response we were looking for. Latin.
Latin. Yeah, I had a choice and I picked the wrong one. That's
Player
okay
three.
though.
Pick again.
Astronomy 400.
In 1979, these were discovered around Jupiter. Saturn has them too.
What are rings?
Yes, player one. Good.
Astronomy
You get to
for
pick
800.
again. The Milky Way is classified as this type of galaxy from the way its arms sweep around. Okay, player one.
What is spiral?
That's correct.
Okay. Astronomy
Player
for
one.
1,200.
Pick this name for radio sources that are among the brightest and most distant objects in the universe was coined in 1964.
Okay. Do I know this one? I'm not sure if I do. I don't think I do, so I'm not going to ring in.
The correct response is quasar.
Quasar. I have never heard of that.
Player one, you pick again.
Daily double.
Answer, one of the daily doubles. You are currently in the lead. Please enter your
I'm just
answer.
going to go for 2,800. Oh, oops. 2,801.
And the clue. A list of this planet's moons, including Oberon and Titania, reads like a who's who of Shakespeare.
What is Uranus?
Congratulations, you're still in
I
first.
could have
Player
gone
one.
more, but I think holding
Player
back
one,
was the right
back to
decision.
you.
Astronomy 2,000.
You can have a roaring good time watching this meteor shower that put on an historic show in 1833.
I knew the last one couldn't be Venus, because
Yes,
that doesn't
player
have any
two.
moons. Katie rings in. Percy. Nope.
Any other takers? Player one?
It's 50-50, so I'll try it. Where are Leonids?
Good.
I got it. Takes me to 20 grand.
Player one?
Language
Back
lab 800.
Hochdeutsch is the modern standard form of this language. It's player one.
What is German?
Right.
Okay, language lab for 1,200, please.
You again, player one. The pinyin system for writing this language in the English alphabet was officially adopted January 1st, 1979. Let's hear it, player two.
And Katie says Arabic, and
Nope.
that is not correct.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
It's 50-50, so I'll give
Yes,
it a shot.
player one.
What is Japanese? Nope.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? It's player three.
Chinese. Oh well.
Hey, you're right. Please pick again, player three. In French, hier Henri m'aimait, yesterday Henry loved me, is an example of this flawed past tense. Player one?
What is passive?
No.
No.
Sorry.
So I'm down to 18,000.
Anyone else? Here's what we were looking for. The imperfect.
Imperfect. Oh.
We return to you, player three.
Biblical abominations.
Leviticus chapter 11 says, most insects that creep or fly are an abomination, but this eighth plague is kosher.
Let's see.
Let's hear it, player three.
Fleas?
Sorry,
No.
that's wrong. Any
I'll
other
try it.
takers? Okay, player one.
It's not fleas. What are locusts?
Correct.
Yep. There we are. I picked the right one this time.
Select
Language
again.
Lab 2000.
Douglas Hyde, also known as Ancrethan Ethan, fought to preserve this language and founded a league of the same name.
Oh boy.
The correct response is Gaelic.
Ah, Gaelic.
Choose again, player one.
I beg your pardon, 400.
Gerald Ford issued 382 pardons, but the one issued to this man in 1974 is said to have cost Ford the 1976 election. Player one?
Who is Richard Nixon?
That's correct. Player one, you pick again. In 1994, he was pardoned for leading a coup versus the president of Venezuela. By 1999, he was the president. Okay, player one.
There I am, frantic on the signaling button again. Who is Hugo Chavez? Okay.
Player one, back
Biblical
to you.
abominations 800.
Leviticus chapter 11, verse 13 declares that this bird of prey, later a symbol of Roman legions, is an abomination. Here's the response we were looking for. The eagle.
The eagle. Okay.
You get to pick again, player one. Potpourri is not mentioned, but this burning perfume is an abomination according to Isaiah chapter 1, verse 13. Here's what we were looking for. Incense.
Incense. Okay. I'll go somewhere
return
else
to
for
you,
right now.
player
Pop Gals 400.
She was hot in 2008, taking Hot and Cold to number 3 on the Hot 100. Yes, player one.
Who's Katy Perry?
Yes.
Pop Gals for 800.
Player one, back to you. This Girl Like Me and Disturbia songstress was born in Barbados. We're talking about Rihanna.
Rihanna. Okay. Pop
Player one,
Gals for
pick
1200.
again. It wasn't Deja Vu when this member of Destiny's Child sang with Jay-Z on the song Deja Vu. Let's hear it. Player
Katie
two.
rings in. Beyonce no.
That is correct.
Minus
Please
800.
pick again. Player two.
I beg your pardon, 1200.
In 2001, she was pardoned for a 1974 armed bank robbery and for using a firearm during a felony. Here's what we wanted. Patty Hearst.
Patty Hearst, okay?
Select again.
I beg your pardon for 1,600. And there's the other daily double.
Answer, the second daily double. Player
Katie is
2.
minus 800.
You're in last place.
And she's going to risk
What'll it be?
350.
Give us
so
a
she'll
wait.
stay
And
at
to the
negative.
daily double clue. The Wall Street Journal wanted an immediate pardon for him after his perjury conviction in the Valerie Plame case.
Scott McClellan.
Sorry.
That is not right.
That's wrong. Here's the correct response. Scooter Libby.
Scooter Libby was who they wanted.
Choose again. Player 2.
Pardoned for 2,000.
This Secretary of Defense was pardoned for his role in Iran-Contra. It's player 3.
Casper
Right.
Weinberger.
You again, player 3.
Pop Gals for 1,600.
Fans go ape over this gal, born Stephanie Germanotta, who hit #1 with Bad Romance.
I'll try it.
Yes, player 1.
Who is Lady Gaga?
Good for you.
Okay, that's right.
Choose again, player 1. Leviticus chapter 11 verse 10 says, "All that have not fins and these in the seas shall be an abomination." Player 2.
Scales.
Yes, you've got some money
He's out of the
again.
hole, and she has 450.
We return to you, player 2.
Biblical abominations 200.
In Genesis chapter 46 verse 34, "Every shepherd is an abomination unto this kingdom that was known as Kemet."
Man, these clues are tough.
Here's the correct response. Egypt.
Egypt. Okay.
Player 2. Pick again.
Pop Gals for 2,000.
In 2005, she topped the album charts with The Emancipation of Mimi. Let's hear it. Player 2.
Katie rings in and she says Madonna.
No.
It's not right. She's back in the hole. My camera's
Anyone
down
else
to
care
one
to try
bar,
to
but
come up
I
with
should
the
be able
correct
to finish
response?
the game.
It's player 1.
Who is Celine Dion?
No, that's not right. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Okay, player 3.
Mariah Carey.
That's right. Way to go.
Okay. Takes all
You
your
again,
1,500.
player
We have
3.
one category left.
Julia Keller won in 2005 for her reporting on a 10-second event, the destruction of Utica, Illinois, by one of these. Yes, player 1.
What is a tornado? Or no, earthquake.
That's not it.
Oh shoot! I hope I didn't screw
Anyone else?
myself out of $400 with that one.
Here's the response we were looking for. A tornado.
Crap! I had the right answer and I changed it.
Please pick again.
Oh
player
well.
3.
Pulitzer 800.
In 2007, counterintelligence columnist Jonathan Gold became the first critic of these to win a Pulitzer.
Holly rings
Let's
in.
hear it, player 3.
Restaurants.
Right you are.
That takes her to 6,600.
Player 3, back to you.
1,200.
This city's Herald won in 1993 for public service for coverage of Hurricane Andrew and its aftermath. Okay, player 1.
What is Miami?
Yep.
There we go.
You get to pick
Pulitzer
again, player
16.
1. The first 2 Pulitzers for writing these, to the New York Tribune and Louisville Courier-Journal, didn't name the authors. We're talking about editorials.
Editorials, alright? And
Now let's take a look
now
at
the
that
$2,000
$2,000 clue,
clue.
shall we? Russell Jones won for his reporting about Soviet repression from this capital in 1956.
Katie's gonna have to get this correct if she wants to be around for Final Jeopardy.
The correct response is Budapest.
Budapest was what we were looking for.
Sorry, player 2. You'll not
So
be
Holly has
progressing to final
6,600.
Jeopardy.
I have 20,400.
Here's the final
I believe it is.
Jeopardy
Yep,
category.
20,400. Katie
Midwest
will not be around for
topography.
Final Jeopardy, and the category is
So,
Midwest
what's your
topography.
wager?
I'm going to risk 4,600.
Each direction
That'll
on the
take
plus
me to
control pad
$25,000
represents a
if I'm
different
right.
response. Press a direction to select an answer.
All right,
Let's
here
take a
comes
look
the
at that
clue.
final Jeopardy clue right now. This state has the largest sand dunes complex in the United States, just north of a river named for its flatness.
All right. Okay. I'm going to say Nebraska.
Let's see your response.
Holly says Oklahoma.
And that will lose you.
So she's wrong, and she risked 5,300, so she drops down to 1,300. I said Nebraska.
What did you put as your response?
Is Nebraska correct?
And that
Yes,
correct
it is.
response you had.
So I had $4,600. To take me to
This makes you our new champion,
$25,000.
player
And
one.
since I
So
won,
congratulations.
add another $25,000 to it. So Eric, you're going to get $50,000 from this game of Jeopardy for the Nintendo Wii, which you can have as a bonus. And I'll see you for the next segment, and soon, which will be Wheel of Fortune for the Nintendo Wii.